Hi everyone, I am Emerson.
And I am Priscilla.
I am an international student.
And I am an open work permit holder.
Hello everyone, welcome to Etc. Vids. Please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. Thank you.
So, what is the purpose of this video?
Okay, so we encountered already so many individuals asking for the process of the application itself. So how did we end up doing it ourselves rather than using a service of an agency? So we decided to create a video with details so we can probably help interested individuals using this video to give ideas about the DIY application for you to be an international student here in Canada, and at the same time with your wife as the or your law partner as an open work permit holder.
Yes, you heard that it right. One application for him as a student and for me as a worker.
Yeah, okay, so there are two ways for you to apply as an international student here in Canada. First one is through agency, wherein as you can see here, a dollar sign. Of course, you already know what the meaning of that. You're gonna be required to spend additional money for you to be able to use the services of an agency.
And you can also see this. Yeah, it's a clock right here which represent time because application through agency will take quite longer time than the other part, which is the DIY or do it yourself.
Yeah, so for now we're gonna be focusing on the DIY or the do it yourself.
So what is the very nice reality about DIY?
Actually, in our experience, personally, we found this process easier and faster. In our own experience, it only took us exactly one month from the point of submitting our requirements to the moment that we received the approval from the Canadian immigration. It took us exactly one month.
Yeah. Let us talk about the step-by-step process for you and your spouse to get here in Canada as an international student and worker at the same time. So let's do are you ready? So let's do the first step is the research.
Yeah. Usually, we do Filipinos do research first before doing anything. So, mas maganda kasi para sa atin na at least yung pupuntahan natin kahit paano. Meron tayong ideas, may alam tayo kung ano ba yung tadatnan natin sa isang lugar. So, we do some research about the province na kung saan doon ako mag-aaral. At the same time, pwede siyang magtrabaho. For us, we chose Ontario and specifically dito sa Toronto kasi meron kaming kamag-anak na nakatira dito. They rent us a room for us to stay during the duration of our stay here. I mean, while I'm studying and she at the same time is working. So, thank you, Auntie Ronette and Uncle Manny for the accommodation. And kung sakali naman na you don't have any relatives here, you might want to join I'm gonna put some groups in the comment section of the description area for you to see some groups here in Canada for the DIY international student Facebook groups to get some ideas.
Okay, next step is the choose your program.
Yeah. As a student, of course, you need to choose a program wherein aligned doon sa interest mo or aligned doon sa tinapos mo back home, dyan sa Pilipinas or anywhere else. So, for me, I decide what program by means of considering my talent siguro. At the same time, yung tinapos ko sa Pilipinas. I graduated business administration back home in the Philippines. So, I chose International Business Diploma, wherein I am currently at my 3rd semester. So, 1 semester na lang. Tada! Gagraduate na ako.
Okay. So, next step, 3 LOA application. Or the letter of acceptance.
Yep. Letter of acceptance. This is nanggagaling sa school. You have to personally apply sa school. Kapag DIY when you're using DIY, you have to personally apply sa school. What you're gonna do is just visit the school's website. So I'm gonna put here the Seneca College website, which is www.senecacollege.ca. So yan po yung school ko, and that's their website. And all you need to do is check the programs that they are offering and match it with the chosen program of yours from dun sa previous step natin, which is a step 2. And usually school websites, meron silang specific tab or specific page intended for international students. Iba kasi yung rate natin as international students compared doon sa rate ng tuition fee ng mga domestic or ng mga citizens dito sa Canada.
Step 4 is LOA requirement submission.
Yep. Actually, we already tackled this one from the previous step. So, didiinan ko lang ng onti yung sa submission ng requirements. So, it's all gonna be through email. Yeah, if you fill out mo lang, accomplish mo lang lahat ng forms at saka yung hinihingi nilang documents, then submit it through email. Kasama na nga doon, sabi ko, yung requirements, yung rate. So, yung rate doon is gonna be 1 year. Ibibigay nila sa yung rate is for 1 year. Kahit 2 years yung program mo, ibibigay nilang rate is 1 year. So, you have a choice naman. I think there's gonna be some options there if you can pay the 1 year, or sa akin kasi, I chose the most economical one. The most affordable one. I paid only 1 semester. May choices ka naman, may option ka naman. Pero kung nakakaluwag-luwag ka naman at kaya mong bayaran yung 1 year, it's always up to you.
Now, since he got his LOA or the letter of acceptance,
we're gonna go to the most exciting one.
Okay, step 5. Visa. Student and open work permit application.
So, okay, this is what we're gonna do. What I can suggest is visit a visa application center first, or VAC ang tawag nila. So, para lang just to get this complete or updated list of requirements.
Yeah, and there are 2 VAC offices there in the Philippines. One is in the Makati City, where is dun kami nagpunta, and the other one is in Cebu City. So once you got the list of requirements, you are going to proceed to the longest process again for both DIY and agency, the requirements preparation.
Yeah.
So next step is step 6 na tayo, preparation of requirements.
Yeah, as she have mentioned, it is the longest, pero for us, it's not too long. Kasi nga kami habol ng time. So nagkapura na akong tutuusin. So here are the most of the requirements for both the student permit and the open work permit applicant needs to provide. So I did say most because there might be some new or additional requirements, especially during these uncertain times na there is COVID. COVID is everywhere. So every country now has their own different restrictions. So maybe possibly meron silang mga additional requirements for you to accomplish para may start yung inyong application. So
punta na tayo sa list of requirements.
Yeah. So the first one will be the application forms. So for me as a student, they're gonna be IMM 1294. That's for the application. That's the application form for the international student.
And for me as the open work permit, is IMM 1295 form for my application.
Yeah, and both the student and the open work permit will be needs to accomplish IMM 5707, which is the family information form.
Okay, then the number 2 requirements is the passport.
Yeah.
For both, of course.
Yeah, and then birth certificate as always.
And marriage contract.
This will be the diploma and or transcript of records.
The letter of acceptance for student.
Yeah, as we have mentioned earlier, we already tackled about the LOA application. So since may LOA na tayo, that's not a problem anymore. And then next will be the NBI clearance and police clearance for both of us.
And of course, the most important is the proof of financial support.
Yeah, as she mentioned, the most important. And the most trickiest part of the requirement. I mean, ito kasi yung pinaka mahirap i-provide. I mean, hindi naman sa pinaka mahirap, pero talagang you're gonna lot of times to finish this one. So you're gonna be needing a bank statement kung saan dapat makikita nila doon yung iyong show money. Next will be the letter of employment or the employment certificates. This one is just to back up or to as a proof of the working experience that you've written in your application forms. Next is the proof of ownership. As we have mentioned, this one is proof of financial support. So, pwede mo rin gamitin yung mga ari-arian, yung mga fixed asset ninyo like land title, house and lot, and other fixed asset na meron kayo. So, next is business permits.
The business permit.
So, if you have any businesses or any sideline jobs, another sources of incomes, all you need to prepare or to attach in your application is business permits and any other certifications from the authority na makakapagpatunay na you own that specific business, you own that specific income source. So, yun. And then next?
And the next is, of course, the receipt from your tuition fee payment.
Yeah.
As a student.
Before you apply for your visa, kailangan bayad mo na yung iyong tuition fee. So, hahanapin nila yon. And next is the statement of purpose. Actually, this is the trickiest one. Hindi actually yung proof ng financial support. This statement of purpose is the trickiest one. This one is the letter. Instead of having interviewed by an immigration officer, kasi dati ang alam namin may interview, pero ngayon instead na interview, statement of purpose siya. So you're gonna explain there bakit pinili mo ang Canada, bakit pinili mo ang school na ito, bakit pinili mo ang course na ito, bakit yun yung pinili mo. So i-explain mo lahat yun, and then we also use that one as to justify or to palawakin ba yung explanation ng aming mga financial support. So sinama din namin dyan, aside from the affidavit that we signed about the properties and businesses that we declared. So nag-provide din kami ng affidavit. Aside from the SOP, hiniwalay pa namin yung affidavit na yun. Pero in-explain din namin siya rito. And family ties. Sino yung nag-hold sa'yo back home in the Philippines para umuwi after school. So, it is tricky kasi you need to convince the government or the immigration officer na after ng schooling mo, uuwi ka sa Pilipinas. Next is?
So, the next one is, yun yung SOP. So, kailangan talaga ma-explain ng maayos ng SOP. So next is the receipt for visa application payment.
Yeah, with the instruction, with the list of requirements, kasama din doon yung instruction on how you're gonna pay for the visa application. I think for both of us, nasa 20,000 pesos yata. Dalawa na kami doon. So, it's kinda 10,000 each. Babayaran mo na kasi yun before ka mag-start ng application. And then, what I can suggest is, you make a checklist to make sure that everything is prepared, everything is done. Tapos, kapag na-check mo na kompleto na, double check again. Ganun lang, kasi ayaw namin na mag-submit. Tapos, email kami, kulang, may lackings, walang ganito, walang ganun. So, we don't want the balik-balik process. So, we make sure na kompleto na lahat. And then next is the moment of truth.
So, step 7, requirements, submission, and biometrics.
Yeah, so there are two options for you to submit your requirements. Either you submit it online or in person. We prefer in person kasi for them to check your documents.
Yeah. In my case, got some correction in my application letter yung pagpunta namin doon. So, syempre medyo worry na tayo. Then, good thing is, they have an intended place with computers and printers for you to correct your form.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and
after submitting all your requirements, the waiting time, so activate it.
Yeah, it's gonna be waiting time after the submission. So, for us, after the submission, we've waited 1 week. So after a week, we receive an email from the Canadian Immigration for the medical instruction and
medical exam. Yeah.
Bali, may kasama kasi yun na list of accredited testing centers or clinics for you to undergo your medical exam. So maraming choices. Yeah.
So, step 8, medical examination.
Yeah. After nung na-receive namin yung aming medical examination instruction, namili kami from the list. So, napakaraming choices sa Manila. And there's one option na nasa Baguio City. So, we chose Baguio City, of course, as we all know. We avoid the traffic and the long lineups. So, nag-Baguio kami. And then, after the medical exam, the clinic notify us na they're gonna submit the results directly sa Canadian Immigration. Pero, still, nakasisi pa rin kami. We received a copy of the results after 1 week. So, ayun.
So, good thing kasi walang problema.
Kaya, as long as wala namang problema yung sa medical exam mo, wala ka namang kailangan isipin.
And the final step, the most awaited, the moment of sleepless night, the time when you might think of what if, diba? Marami tayong question, what if ganito, the moment of truth, the approval or refusal of our application.
We claimed it. So, nag-resign ako sa trabaho bago pa dumating yung approval ng visa namin. So, more than 3 weeks after the medical exam or more than 4 weeks since we submitted all the requirements for the moment of truth, we received an email from the Canadian Immigration for the result of our application. So, during that time, we were so nervous. Although we're so excited, mixed emotions talaga eh. So, we're really hoping that time for a positive result. And
we pray before opening the attachment, and upon opening it, we were so much happy. The moment we saw the word,
we're so happy kasi
so thanks God.
Sa sobrang bilis lang nung process, ang nakakakaba, sobra. So, the whole process took us more than 1 month until we got the approval. Or the whole process, including the LOA application, preparation of the requirements, it took us more than a month, 1 month, 2 weeks. So, 2 weeks ang ginugol namin para sa pag-ayos ng lahat ng requirements.
Then we flew to Person International Airport the next month, December 8, 2019. To be specific. So 1 year na kami dito, and today is February 20.
1 year and 2 months. I gotta book the plane ticket within the same week. Na-approve kami ng November 25. So the same week, I already booked our ticket, pero still look at the gap from November 25 to December 8, so napakaliit. Pero still will be able to get an affordable ticket. Clark, so lumipad kami from Clark kasi we got an affordable one kasi one of our business back home in the Philippines is airline booking. So, alam na, guys, if you have any questions, if you have any inquiries about your plane tickets in the future, don't hesitate to contact us.
I think today is kasi COVID.
Pwede rin kayong mag-comment down below about inquiries about your plane ticket nga and your future travels, even there in the Philippines. If you have any travel plans, you can also contact us kasi we're still have connections. My sister actually is running our business back home in the Philippines, so pwede pa rin na lumapit kayo sa amin for the bookings.
Don't hesitate to contact us. Okay? Just to give you an idea how much we spend for our application, it is
it's about 400 to 500,000.
500,000 pesos.
400 to 500,000 pesos.
For both.
Question.
Okay, question is it
question
is
actually
per person.
It is per person, 400 500,000 each. You're gonna be.
That's what I said.
The answer there is actually she already answered the question. That 400 to 500,000 is already for the both of us. Actually, most of that money is for me. Kasi ako, kasama na rin dyan yung, that already includes the visa fee, which is dalawa kami, medical fee, dalawa kami, documents, and other requirements that we prepared, dalawa kami, pero yung tuition fee, actually my tuition fee that's the most expensive one, so mas marami akong ginastos kaysa sa kanya. So that's...
gagawa kami ng vlog na kasama yung...
if you have any request,
about
comment lang kayo down. Kung gusto niyo ng detailed na expenses, I mean from the very single expenses, down comment kayo baba kung gusto niyo para makagawa kami. Siguro we're gonna prepare for that one. And so that's the whole process itself. That's the process that we went through para
to get her in Canada.
Papunta sa Canada. Just like we have said, if you want us to create any other videos or content, just comment down below. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe guys, and click the notification bell for you to be updated. So I think that's pretty much it
for today. So thank you for watching.
Thank you so much.
And bye.
Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight.